Hi all, I have another amazing game of Leela to show you. This is against Chiron, playing with the black pieces in the TCEC Season 14 Division 1. So the mighty Division 1, Chiron playing e4. The opening book given is the Sicilian Defense. The Najdorf, very trendy Najdorf, a6, bishop e2, e6. This is the end of the book. White castles, bishop e7, a4, a clamping move, positional. Now Leela just castles, and now a5. This is actually quite interesting. It's important perhaps not to routinely do this, because this pawn is a liability sometimes. You can imagine once e5 is played and knight c6 that this pawn is not easy to support. We have e5, knight b3, and actually bishop e6, with the idea that potentially black will take this knight, play knight c6 and eliminate that pawn. We have bishop f3, but Leela doesn't do this right now. This would give white, it seems, compensation. If bishop takes b3, it's very forcing knight c6, but there's interestingly b4, very interesting concept, which perhaps Chiron had in mind. After knight takes b4, for example, bishop e3, white retains that clamp on the b6 square, and we see some queenside pressure which might actually be justifying this interesting pawn sacrifice. So queen takes a5, knight b6 is not possible. This looks, this is immune. Let's put this on the board. Hitting the queen and hitting the rook. And also hitting the knight, of course, yeah. So this kind of clamp might be some compensation. So in fact, Leela plays bishop c4. This is really interesting now, and actually puts some pressure on c6. Now we have knight d2. So interestingly, the bishop doesn't go back to e6, but offers doubling of pawns. Leela offers the doubling of pawns by playing bishop b5. Perhaps this had not been factored in that much, this possible continuation. This pawn still remains a weakness now, quite a weakness. If knight takes b5, there's a frontal attack on that pawn, and this looks just as though it's at least equal. So we have actually knight f1, and Leela actually gives up the light square bishop. And what we do know from Leela game patterns, once she gives up a bishop of a certain colour, it's as if magic happens on the other colour complex. So will magic happen on the dark squares here? It's very hard to imagine this bishop one day becoming super powerful, super dangerous, or this rook. Will it potentially happen on dark squares? Have a look at these guys throughout the course of the evolution of this game. We have rook takes f1, and now Leela does nab the pawn. So what compensation does Chiron have? We have knight d5. The knight goes back. Now c3. And now knight b8, a retreating move. Knight takes f6, bishop takes, bishop e2. White does have the bishop pair and a clamp on d5. Is this really enough to justify the very interesting pawn sacrifice? Queen c7, bishop e3, knight d7, rook e1, h6. We have bishop g4. The bishop is coming in for the attack, it seems now. Rook f d8, bishop f5, bishop e7, queen g4, threatening now. Bishop takes h6 immediately. Knight f6, queen g3, and now h5, getting the pawn out of the firing line. Bishop h6 anyway, threatening checkmate. We have knight e8, rook a1. So maybe you could argue, well, black's pieces are really quite passive here. If it was Leela playing white, we consider this perhaps a great gambit. But where is the exact compensation? a5 is played, bishop c1, g6. We have bishop h3. It's not good to take on g6. This doesn't really work after h4. For example, this continuation, black can eventually just win material and defend. So we have bishop h3, a4, playing on the queen side. Is this a bit slow? Queen e3, b5, g3, knight f6, bishop f1, hitting b5. That's protected. Queen f3, King g7. We have now bishop d2, and now h4. It looks as though the h file all of a sudden is handy for black. Hold on a sec, what's happening here? So not only a pawn up, but it seems as though Leela is brewing some attacking potential out of nowhere with this h4. It's unlikely to be a form pawn in this particular case because h3 is under great control, but it could be a line opener. Queen e3. If white takes this pawn, as well as intuitively fragmenting the pawns, concretely this is a bad idea after knight h5. Bishop takes. This looks like a very bad idea. So queen e3, which threatens perhaps queen h6, but that's covered now, as well as the attacking rook. Now we've got an attacking rook all of a sudden. What about this bishop? Can this do something? Can they become magically attacking pieces? They were previously in a kind of defensive status. We have queen e2, h takes, h takes. So this rook is now much more dangerous. Queen d7. So the queen is looking at h3 if the bishop was not there covering it. Bishop g5, b4, rook a1, bishop d8, bishop takes, queen c2 hitting a4, b3, queen e2, and with prospects of regaining the pawn now. However, Leela now perhaps sees this pawn as a great way of counter-sacrificing. Now it is opposite coloured bishops, and maybe the deep calculations of Chiron had visualised this kind of minimal scenario where at least it's opposite coloured bishops, no problem. Can black's pieces transform into attacking pieces? Well, there have been a few occasions in the Sicilian defence where Leela has activated this bishop via this bouncing manoeuvre, powerful bounce manoeuvre, coming like this, and in fact that's played here. So eyeing that sensitive f2, many games have been won on this key diagonal as black. It's a very sensitive diagonal because default castling is castling kingside. So when we have diagonal pressure, and as white, it's often this diagonal with white, but as black, this diagonal is a dangerous diagonal to put a bishop on. And in fact, after queen a6, Leela just sacrifices the a pawn. So rook takes a4. But what's happened is, okay, it's equal on pawns now. b3 is a bit weak though. But look at black's attacking pieces all of a sudden. We've got an attacking rook and an attacking bishop. It is opposite coloured bishops. But sometimes this favours the player, the side which is on the attack. So we have bishop c5 now. An alternative which is interesting to consider is queen g4, threatening queen takes g3 immediately. Say queen d3, it's interesting to consider this. And here bishop c5, offering b3 for d5. This is a very powerful idea, it turns out. After rook takes d5, it's quite dangerous. Black's got a dangerous pressure here, for example, taking and then mating. So that's a kind of very dangerous continuation with queen g4. So the black pieces are, it seems, officially on the attack. Bishop c5 keeps queen g4 in reserve. Rook a5, queen g4. White is prepared to sacrifice the exchange, it seems, with that rook a5. Queen d3 protecting g3 for a moment against queen g3 because of that pinned pawn. We have now rook be8, and this is the fourth piece going in for the attack now. It seems like this a great way to hit the soft spot f2, which is also, by the way, the base of the pawn chain. So we have bishop g2, rook e6. This all of a sudden has a lost feel about it for white. Opposite coloured bishops, but really vicious because it's opposite coloured bishops. The dark square pressure is just not balanced out here. Black is threatening rook f6, and also things like queen h5 if rook e2, all sorts of things. So we have this desperate exchange sack. So as an example, if rook a6, in fact here, bishop takes f2 is pretty fast way to attack after queen h5. This is just absolutely winning. And if king e3 instead there, then this is crashing through with a massive advantage. So very, very dangerous position indeed, with things like rook f6 on the way. So we see here, in fact, yeah, this exchange sack, bishop f3, queen g5, but black still is well placed here. Queen f6 hitting f3, the queen comes back, rook d8 challenging central file, rook a8, rather not taking that to give white that pass pawn, but trying to come down the a file and to coordinate rooks perhaps. Now we have an exchange of rooks, but clearly the exchange up here, this is Leela's actually in a very dominating position now, and this rook comes in for the attack again. That pawn's just given up in desperation in view of rook f6. It just seems like a lost position anyway. And here the queens come off, and it's adjudicated as a win for black. Well, both engines thought it was just winning for black, so it was ended here. So quite a fascinating game, how white played quite a mysterious pawn sacrifice, perhaps expecting a more forceful continuation, not expecting a continuation where double pawns are offered, and the bishop voluntarily offered after bishop takes f1. It seems Leela managed to get all the pieces on the attack, and in the opposite coloured bishop scenario, it's very difficult to balance out the dark square pressure here, as this game showed. If you enjoyed this game video, then please click on the top left box, which should appear shortly, to become a member at chessbowl.net, play against other YouTubers. You can also check the YouTube analysis in advance from games from the improved menu, learn from the masters, YouTube order button. Comments, questions, donations, see the description. Like, shares, subscribes with the notification bell, I really appreciate it. And also there's a new Teespring store in the description for your form porn or other chess t-shirts. Thanks so much.